All right, guys, so I'm back here comfy on my bed, getting ready to read to you. We're going to be reading On Mother's Lap. It's a story by Ann Herbert Scott, and it's illustrated by Glo Colson. Do you guys remember what it means when something is illustrated? Or when a book is illustrated? That means the pictures inside were drawn or painted or taken to create the visual of everything that you see inside the book. So we're going to start this book on the intro page. And what it does is it gives you a little bit about the author, Ann Herbert Scott, and the illustrator, Glo Colson. Let's read that. Ann Herbert Scott got the idea for On Mother's Lap from her son, Peter. Young people often help her with ideas for her books. She says, "I do a lot of talking with children." Glo Colson used to live in Alaska with her brother. She made drawings of the things that she saw there. Those drawings helped Miss Colson make the pictures for On Mother's Lap. So, what does that tell you about the story that we're getting ready to read? It tells you that it's getting ready to take place where? Where is this story about to take place? Alaska. So let's start reading. And we know that it's in Alaska or in a place that's cold because we see what? We see snow. We see snow dogs. We see a sled. And we see people dressed up warmly. Michael was sitting on his mother's lap. Back and forth, they rocked. Have you ever sat on your mom or your dad's lap and rocked back and forth? Maybe they rocked you to sleep, or maybe you were crying, or maybe you just needed some snuggles. Let's keep reading. "Let's get Dolly," said Michael. All right, so what does Michael have to stand on to get Dolly? A box, yeah. So what I want you guys to do is to pay attention to what's in that box, because you're going to see that box in the upcoming pages. Soon, Michael and Dolly were on Mother's lap. Back and forth, they rocked. "Boat needs me," said Michael. "I'll bring Boat." You guys remember the box that he was standing on? What was in that box? Boat. And what did he bring next? Boat. "I want my reindeer blanket," said Michael. What are some things that you guys are noticing in these pictures? Tell me something that you see. Carefully, Michael tucked his reindeer blanket around Boat and Dolly. Back and forth, they all rocked on Mother's lap. "Puppy wants to come too," said Michael. What's one thing different that you see on this page than in the previous pages? Michael's sister was doing what before? She was sleeping, and now she's awake. Michael and Boat and Dolly and Puppy all cuddled beneath the reindeer blanket on Mother's lap. Back and forth, they rocked. "I hear Baby crying," said Mother. "She'd like to rock too." What is Michael's face saying? Does he look like he's kind of sad that Baby wants to rock too? Let's keep going. "There isn't room," said Michael. Michael looks upset. It doesn't look like he wants to share Mama's lap, huh? "Let's see," said Mother. So Mother goes and gets Baby, and Michael does what? What does he do? He covers himself with the reindeer blanket because he's upset and he doesn't want to share. Michael and Baby Both snuggled close to Mother. Boat and Dolly and Puppy were in Michael's arms, the reindeer blanket wrapped around them all. Back and forth they rocked. It feels good, said Michael. So remember, Michael wasn't sure that there would be enough room for all of the things that he wanted to bring and Baby, but it was, and he still felt good on Mom's lap. His mother gave him a squeeze. You know, it's a funny thing, she whispered, but there's always room on Mother's lap. We're going to read some facts about animal mothers. Staying close to Mom. A little chimpanzee sits on its mother's lap. Most other young animals don't sit on laps, but they do like to stay close. Let's take a look. A baby goose is on its mother's back. See the otter, the baby on Mommy's tummy. The baby kangaroo, or the joey, is in its mother's pouch. Baby crocodile is in its mother's mouth. And the baby possums are all over their mother. So that's the end of our story on Mother's Lap. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Bye.